Welcome to Frontrol's Capital Planning video series. In the previous videos we demonstrated how PACE supports the end-to-end capital planning process, from initial project proposals and budget planning through evaluation, selection and final budget approval. In this video we will move into the project execution phase and show how PACE supports the full project delivery lifecycle, from funding distribution and project controls through forecasting, reporting and performance management. We will also outline how upon project completion, PACE supports the transition of completed assets to the appropriate books of record using key asset information such as asset type, category and in-service dates. Once funding has been approved, the project delivery team can begin preparing the project for execution. At this stage, the team may need to review and refine the project setup before submitting it in for final approval. This includes confirming that the schedule is still aligned with the approved scope, key deliverables, and planned execution dates. The project team can also add or update supporting tasks with information including required resources, deliverables, risks, any work items, and any additional information needed to support project delivery. Where earned value management is being used, the team can also confirm the progress measurement approach, including how progress will be captured, measured, and reported throughout the execution phase. Once a schedule has been confirmed, the next step is to transition the approved proposal into an executable project. This begins by allocating the approved funding and associated funding sources to the project. Depending on the level of control required, funding can be assigned at the overall project level or allocated in more detail at the task level. Allocating funding at the task level provides greater visibility and allows the approved funding to be compared directly with actual costs as the project progresses. This helps ensure that project teams can manage delivery within the approved funding envelope while maintaining clear financial traceability. Once funding has been assigned, the project team can develop the final execution budget. PACE supports the creation of multiple budget versions, allowing teams to compare different approaches before selecting the final baseline. For example, the project manager may compare a top-down budget with a bottom-up estimate, or review summary level resources against more detailed resource planning. Once the preferred budget has been identified, it can be submitted as the baseline budget for approval. This provides a clear financial control point before the project moves fully into execution. After the project has been reviewed, it can be submitted into workflow for approval. PACE includes a built-in workflow engine that can be configured to reflect the organization's review and approval requirements. The approval monitor provides visibility into each step in the approval sequence, showing where the request sits, who is responsible for the next action, and whether any approvals are pending. This creates a controlled and transparent approval process before the project is released for execution. Once the project is in execution, PACE supports the project team in managing the key elements of delivery. This includes monitoring cost, budget, commitments, actuals, forecasts, deliverables, earned value, risks, issues, change requests, and project status reporting. Project managers can use PACE to update forecasts, track progress, manage changes, and report performance against the approved baselines. This provides leadership and delivery teams with a consistent view of how the project is performing and whether corrective action is required. As the project progresses, some assets may become ready to be placed into service before the overall project is fully complete. PACE supports the tracking of assets using key information such as asset type, asset category, estimated or as-built cost, and in-service dates. When an asset is ready to be placed into service, PACE can support the transition of the asset details to your ERP that can process it for capitalization into the appropriate asset book. This allows financial processes such as depreciation for tangible assets including equipment, vehicles, buildings and infrastructure, etc., or amortization for intangible assets such as software, licenses, etc. This is particularly important for capital programs where multiple assets may come online at different points during the project lifecycle. PACE can also support the ongoing management of major repairs, renewals and improvements to existing assets. For example, if a significant component such as a HVAC motor is replaced, the work can be tracked against the relevant asset and managed through the same project controls framework. This helps organizations maintain a clearer connection between capital project delivery, asset lifecycle management, and long-term operational performance. Once the project is fully complete, PACE supports a structured project closeout process. The project manager can initiate project closeout, and PACE will guide the team through the required closeout checklist. This may include confirming that deliverables are complete, costs and commitments have been reviewed, final forecasts have been updated, assets have been placed into service, and all required approvals or documentation have been completed. Once the closeout checklist is complete, the project status can be updated to closed. This ensures that project closeout is consistent, controlled, and properly documented. That brings us to the end of our capital planning series using PACE. Across this series, we have demonstrated how PACE supports the complete life cycle of capital project management, from initial proposal and budget planning through evaluation, approval, execution, asset placement, and project closeout. By connecting planning, funding, delivery, financial control, reporting, and asset transition to one platform, PACE provides organizations with the visibility and control needed to manage capital projects from start to finish. Thank you for watching this video series. Please join us for our next series where we will showcase the PACE capabilities that truly differentiate the platform and deliver measurable value for project-driven organizations.